Alrighty, we've got 2 sessions to catch up on this time. It was quite a long time between these 2 sessions. So we'll pick up with Meditas the 27th. These were both quite short sessions. So we had Humdu, Cletus, Darquaphilus, Nimbus, a new character, an elf rogue, and Mycaeus. They were running around. They found a kobold cultist who was spying on another spy. They captured this kobold cultist, and they questioned him. Discovered that there was a spy in the town of Borzu. His name, well, I forget off the top of my head. It's in my notes somewhere. But he was acting as the apprentice to the tanner Guillaume, and he was found to be taking like corpses and bodies of animals and the likes, and he took them to the basement of his abode, and he made a meat golem out of them. So the party, they were doing some investigating and the such. So they went to this guy's house, went to his basement, found him sitting over his desk, and he had this pile of meat. The pile of meat animated into a golem. They fought it, had a quick little combat. They killed him, and they found his body. It was turned inside out. They failed any checks to determine why that would be the case, but in reality, he had cast a spell of teleportation, and he had failed. He had miscast, and in doing so, he flipped his body inside out and died. A pretty gruesome and horrible death. But they found in his desk a letter telling him that he was to rendezvous with one Lurius Payne, a necromancer that they have been tracking down, and they have been told that he was to meet in the Many Fox Thicket at the Demure Rampante. And then, this session ended there. It was only like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long. Next session, this was multiple weeks after. Nimbus, Humdu, Cletus, and Adrian. In the background, they've discovered that letter that had been sent incriminating the Fair Merchants Club for the death of Marquide has sparked a war between the clan of the Stonebeard Dwarves and the Fair Merchants Club. Now, this session, I had actually intended for them to get involved in this war. I had set up where they were either going to side with the Fair Merchants Club or the Stonebeards and either attack a dam that the Fair Merchants Club had been building, or they were going to side with the Fair Merchants Club and attack the supply train of the Stonebeards. They had chosen to do neither of those, and they continued to investigate the Demure Rampante, which I left open as an option, but I didn't think they were actually gonna. I guess I should have expected that, but the only notes I had for this was Demure Rampante Monster House, and this was definitely not one of my greatest sessions. It was definitely a little low energy, but I am proud that I was able to come up with an entire session's worth of content out of just these 4 words. They go to this house. They get ambushed by some zombies, and at first they think that's all there's gonna be, and they kill these zombies, and then they discover the entire house like lifts up and starts attacking them, and they have to go inside and find this chandelier that its heart, and they have to like destroy it. Almost everyone nearly dies, but they actually get quite lucky. The rolls, once again, always just working out. So somehow no one managed to die, but everyone was brought to very low health. Even though I was attacking people at low health, and it was very, very possible that someone died. It just so happened that it worked out for them. But yeah, they bring down this house and destroy it. That starts attacking them. They discover that this rendezvous point had that Lurius had set up a trap here for them, and they discover a cavern beneath this house. That I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that, but I will somehow have this lead to the labyrinth of glorious pain that they had earlierly discovered that it is where the Orison Oriflame, an artifact that they're all looking for, is being kept. So yeah, I think that's it. These were 2 very, very short sessions. Unfortunately, people had to leave pretty early, but that was fine because I'd been getting distracted. I've been losing my spark. Like at the beginning of this campaign, I was writing just so much. I was just writing tons and tons and tons for this campaign. And then these last few sessions, I couldn't even force myself to write like even a page worth of content for these. But it's not, they actually haven't been going too bad, even with like 99% improv. So I can feel my improv chops getting better. Like the people actually, that my players asked me, and they did actually assume that I had much more of this prepared than I actually did. So I did feel, I was quite proud of being able to just create content off the cuff that they had actually thought I had prepared. But yeah, I think I'm going to sit down and write a dungeon. Last time, I just went way... I set way too much up for myself. I given myself only like a day. And it's like, how hard could be writing like a mega dungeon? Like, I can do this all. And then I could not find the motivation. But I think it's time. I'm going to sit down, write it out. There's going to be the mega dungeon, the Labyrinth of Glorious Pain. So that should be a good one. That'll be at least a couple sessions worth of content, I imagine. So we'll figure out what happens with that. All right, yeah, that's all I got. See you guys next time.